Now then, if you're tired, it would be tempting to think that you should nap. But researchers at McGill University in Canada found that 20 minutes of exercise was just as effective as a 90-minute nap for keeping the brain sharp while operating without sleep. Dr Lindsay Browning is a psychologist, neuroscientist and sleep expert. Good afternoon, Dr Browning.
Good afternoon.
This seems absolutely extraordinary. Did it surprise you?
Not really, actually, because when people are sleep deprived, I deal with people with insomnia all the time. The temptation is to cancel your plans and do nothing because you feel tired. But as part of the sort of treatment of insomnia, we're encouraging people to stay active because actually if you do something, you're physically active, you go to the gym, you kind of create energy. And if you create energy, you feel more awake, more alert. So this study is really interesting because it looks at that, but it specifically looked at memory and how having exercise or a nap can potentially help you to learn things quicker.
Okay, and what they specifically did was, the exercise was a 20-minute cycle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the tests were on what you remembered from the information you subsequently were given.
Yes, so what they did is they got people to have 30 hours without sleep, so they were sleep deprived. And they either had people do nothing, to do a 20-minute bout of cycling, or have a 90-minute nap. And they found that the people who did the cycling or took the nap performed memory, did their memory exercises better. They learned the information more efficiently. And they think that it was in two different ways. So the exercise and the nap helped your brain to remember new information in two different ways. So if you have a nap, it kind of helps your brain to be more refreshed so that you can encode the information, you're more ready to learn. Whereas the exercise, it didn't help you to not need sleep, but it helped your brain, your still tired brain, be able to process that information more efficiently. So a good example is if you have a busy desk, your desk is really cluttered. Having a nap is almost like clearing space so you can do something new because you've got space at your desk. Whereas the exercise kind of didn't clear the desk, but it helped you to sort the new information more efficiently. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes, it does. But what I'm wondering now, though, is what the lessons from it are. So if one is tired, before we get on to insomnia, if you're tired during the day, don't have a nap?
Well, this experiment found that having a nap or doing exercise, both were beneficial. So
Right.
We've known for a long time that having a nap helps you to sort of top up your energy. It can help refresh you because, in essence, you're getting a bit of sleep that you're lacking. But what was interesting, obviously, in this experiment is that actually doing some exercise might help in a similar way, not the same way, but in a similar way to help you to cope better with that tiredness, to help you to get on with things. And for us, if we're tired, like I said at the beginning, the temptation is that, oh my goodness, I'll cancel my plans, I won't go to the gym, I won't do things because I didn't sleep well. But actually, if we do continue our plans and we go for a brisk walk at lunchtime, we'll probably find that we are much more alert later in the day, that we're able to do things more efficiently than if we just sat at our desk feeling tired and miserable.
Okay, and so for the lessons for insomniacs, those who are struggling to sleep at night, can you draw any conclusions?
So this study is a fairly small study, and it didn't look at people specifically with insomnia. It looked at normal sleepers who were artificially sleep deprived. But, as part of CBTI, which is the cognitive behavioural therapy for insomnia, the treatment for insomnia, we do encourage people to continue with their life plans. Because if you aren't sleeping well, just sitting around or staying in bed all day, you're not going to build energy. You're not going to feel awake and alert. So if you're really struggling with sleep, obviously speak to a professional, get some help, but don't put your life on hold. And if you didn't sleep well and you still feel able to, go to the gym, because going to the gym will probably help your physical health, and it might well help you feel more awake and more alert, and you'll get through the day much better than if you just didn't go to the gym and you stayed at home sitting down or lying down all day.
Dr Lindsay Browning, thank you very much.